Taking a last minute trip is not always ideal, but when my husband told me to pack my bags because we were going to head to the West Coast and stay the night at St. Pete Beach, I had no arguments. I just packed my bag and we headed to the West Coast. But even showing up a little bit late in the evening, we got to dip in the pool, and then afterwards we seen how beautiful the sunset was, and we decided to go ahead and walk down to the shore and just watch those beautiful waves roll in underneath that beautiful sky. So definitely a trip worth booking, even if it was last minute. But we stayed at the Beach House Suites by the Don Cesar, and I was actually very surprised at how spacious, how clean everything was, and they just had the little additions that honestly just make your trip so much better. They had everything that I could think of in this room, because there's a lot of places whenever you book and all the stuff is outside of the room, but here I didn't have to leave the room to do anything. So the fact that they even had a little stovetop in this place was definitely surprising to me, but like I was saying, they had everything you could think of. It was super cute, super chic, and I loved the decor that they had in the living room. But of course, the best thing about staying at the beach is the view, and their view did not disappoint. And like I was saying, having everything, I didn't even have to leave the hotel or go down to the lobby to make me my own cup of coffee. And to me, that is huge. But this little wristband right here is the room key. Wild, right? I was so surprised, but it was super cute, and it gives you the access to the lobby even after hours. And they do provide you with two separate menus. One has the basic lunch, breakfast, dinner, kids menu, cocktails and drinks, and the second menu is for the bar that is over by the pool area, but I'll show you guys that a little bit later. But they do give you a nice little card that just kind of goes over the basic necessities like Wi-Fi and such. But the views on both sides of this place were amazing. As you can see, this beautiful view of the beach from the west side, and over here on the east side you've got a nice view of the strip of the city, and to me that is something that I like to have as well when I'm staying places. But parking is a huge question. Go to the south side of the hotel and they're going to have plenty of spaces for your parking. And this is the little area by that bar I was talking about earlier, which is right next to the pool. They've got tons of different types of snacks, tons of different types of cocktails, just to kind of make your experience a little bit better. And the pool had a bunch of room, even if you're just staying with you and your spouse, or if you're bringing kids, or even having like a double date trip with your best friends. But the one thing that I loved is after we checked out, because it was 11 for checkout, we still got to experience the beach using their umbrellas, using their chairs, and we were able to use that until we wanted to go home, which was something that I've never experienced staying at a hotel. So the Don Cesar, the Beach House Suites are definitely some place that you're going to want to check out. But this is when we had tacos from the bar right before we headed back home. We hung out by the pool and just soaked in a little bit more sun before heading home. But if this is your sign to book a last minute trip, definitely do it. Thank you guys for coming along. See you on the next one.